Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So you should have seen a PowerPoint or a Google Slides over Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is a beautiful holiday. It's not about scaring and getting candy. It's not Halloween at all. It's about remembering loved ones and the fun things you did with them, eating food and celebrating. So, in the effort of celebrating, I found this really amazing picture of a spirit animal that has a Day of the Dead theme to it, and I thought this was beautiful, and we could try our best to make something like this. So, on paper today, this is a two-part video. On paper today, we are going to make the background. Next week, when we come back, we'll talk about drawing a dog or a cat, drawing it on black paper, and doing the mask and all that stuff next time. This time, it's all about the background. So as you guys can see, the background has beautiful colors and beautiful flowers. The marigold is a very important flower for Dia de los Muertos because it is the flower that they chose to represent this holiday. So you are going to need a few different things today. You are going to need 2 pieces of white paper. You are going to need markers, pair of scissors, glue, a pencil, and something you may or may not have. You need some kind of water. So I've got a little squeezy bottle of water, and here's a brush. If you don't have a brush, you can just use your fingers, and it should give you the same thing. Now, if you guys have construction paper at home, construction paper is going to work a lot better for this. If all you have is regular white paper, that's okay. You can use it too. All right, so step number 1, there's going to be 2 different things we're going to be doing today. Step number 1 is on your construction paper. We are going to be using markers, but let's talk about colors first. Notice I also have a mess mat. Mess mat, super important. All right, you guys have all seen a color wheel before, but specifically I wanted to talk to you guys about cool colors and warm colors. I'm not sure how many of you guys remember this, but I just wanted to remind you of it. Warm colors make us feel warm, like the sun or hot fire, and they just help us feel warm. Cool colors do the exact opposite. They help us feel nice and cool. A nice blue ocean or a blue swimming pool to jump into, green grass underneath a shady tree, they help us feel cool. So in our background, we are going to make the background with cool colors and the flowers with warm colors. So cool colors for the background, warm flowers on the flower. Remember, don't worry about the cat or the dog. We will do that next week. All right, so on our piece of paper, I need to get cool colors to do our fun abstract background. All right, I definitely don't need black or gray or brown. Those are neutral colors. All right, so I need cool colors. Blue is a cool color. Pink is a warm color. Purple is a cool color. And green is a cool color. The rest of these are all warm colors because these are the colors of fire and the sun. All right. So right here I've got my 3 cool colors, and we are just going to draw some abstract lines. Abstract means they are random and everywhere. And then we're going to do something fun with this water and a paintbrush if you have it. Again, if you don't have a paintbrush, don't worry about it. So we want to lay down random blocks of color. I'm using the side of the marker to give me some really nice big lines. They have to be watercolor markers. They have to be washable markers. If they're not washable markers, this will not work. So if you have those really cool, fun, what are they called? Alcohol-based markers, this will not work on them. They have to be washable markers. So random shapes, fill some of them in. You don't have to copy me. Remember, you can do it your own way. Now I have a bunch of random colors everywhere. I've got my water container. You guys can just use a plain old cup of water. Now I want to stick to the same colors, so right here. Now it's going to turn into this fun green watercolor everywhere. And again, if you guys don't have brushes, you can always just use your finger, and your finger will smooth this all out for you. But you are going to get a messy finger. But I think that's the fun part of art, getting messy. Let the colors blend together. Alright, I am all done brushing these colors out. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. And while that dries, I have another piece of paper. We are going to be making flowers. You guys can make any kind of flowers you want. Remember, in this one, they make nice, simple, basic flowers. And we are going to be cutting these flowers out and adding them to the watercolor background that we made. All right, so some nice pointy petals and color them in. So there's one flower. Off camera, I'm going to make a bunch more flowers and glue them onto my background, so that's going to look like this. And if you guys come to the live class, you can see it. If not, you guys will see it next week. I'm going to stop the video here because you guys are third graders and you fully understand how to make flowers and cut them out and glue them onto the watercolor paper. I'm super excited about Day of the Dead, and I hope you guys are too. Remember, it's about celebrating life. It is not about scaring people. All right, guys. Happy creating.